This is the plaintiff, Brian Tucker. He says he hired the defendant to fix and repaint his pickup truck, and it's obvious he got in over his head because his truck looked horrible. He had to bring it to someone else who knew what he was doing to paint it right. He was charged an additional $1,000 for the work, and is suing for just that today. This is the defendant, Christopher Sandner. He says he was doing the plaintiff's family friend a favor, but halfway through the job, the guy snuck onto his property and took the truck bed out of his shop. Unfortunately, the plaintiff is losing his mind because his girlfriend broke up with him. His car started on fire and he's taking it out on him. Oh, money? No way. He's accused of not getting the job done.
All parties, raise your right hand, please.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiff hired the defendant to fix his pickup truck, and he did an awful job. But the defendant says he was doing a family friend a favor. He says the plaintiff is off the rails because his girlfriend broke up with him and his car caught on fire. It's the case of your pickup is fire.
You're welcome in.
Mr. Tucker, so you had a truck.
Yes.
What year is this truck?
2004.
And you wanted to repair it. You wanted him to do some repairs to it.
Correct.
What were the repairs that you wanted done?
From years of snow plowing, it got rusty on the pickup bed and the back doors. I just wanted him to, I bought another bed and new back doors. Just wanted him to fix the body work on them and paint them to match the truck.
Fix the body work on what? On the
new ones I bought, they had a little bit of damage to them.
They had a little bit of damage to
Yeah,
them.
they were
Let's
used.
see the pictures of. Okay, what am I looking at here?
That's the truck without the bed on it. I took the bed off at that point.
What is that?
That's the bed that's rusted out.
This one got thrown out.
Yes.
So what's that?
That's the bed upside down still next to it.
Which bed?
The old one.
The one that you got rid of?
Yeah, the new ones I got are orange.
Okay. Are these the only pictures we have of?
Yeah, I don't have pictures of it before I gave it to Mr. Sendner, but that's the work that he did on it.
This is work he didn't do. This is all still rusted. Okay, so I only have one picture of work he didn't do. Well, actually two. This and this, right?
Correct.
What else was he supposed to do besides bondo those two? Then he's supposed to paint it for that?
Well, he told me he was going to cut that rust out and put patch plates in and glue it with some kind of body panel glue. And obviously, it never got done. And then there's two little back doors that are rusted out on the bottom.
Do you have a picture of that?
They're in there. That's the door. That's the orange door. That's what he did to fix the little dent that was there.
Okay, and then was he going to paint it?
Yeah, he was going to paint them to match my truck itself, the white. And I was going to put them on.
Okay, so what was the problem? He just took too long?
Yeah,
How long did he take?
3 months.
Okay.
To get to that
How
point.
long was he supposed to take?
He said roughly 3 weeks to a month.
Okay. And is this a side job for him?
Yes.
Okay. So we don't expect a side job to be, done in an instant because
No.
that's the discount we get for an alley mechanic. But 3 months is a really long time. What happened?
Well, initially, the 2 to 3 weeks wasn't going to happen because I was in Maryland for work. And then right after that, I had a Virginia trip with the Boy Scouts. So right from the get-go, we were 2 to 3 weeks out anyway.
Well,
wait.
Then don't take the job and tell him it's going to be 2 to 3 weeks when you have all these plans.
He knew this because he was losing his storage unit where he was storing his all these parts. He said, all right, that'll work out perfect. At least it's there when you come back. Fine.
Okay.
And
But that accounts then, your
For-
Boy Scout trip was how long?
a week.
Right. And then your other trip for work was how long?
Maryland trip was, I think, 7 days.
Okay, so that's 2 weeks. But we're talking about 12 weeks. So what happened with the other 10 weeks?
There's rain. I mean, I work outside. It's on the side of my house. I mean, it's...
10 weeks, pal. I'm not talking about 10 days. I'm talking about 10 weeks. 10 weeks. Like, what was taking you so long?
So would you guys do business with a family friend?
Yeah, absolutely. Depending on the circumstances of the job and, how close I am with them as well.
What's the peril of doing business with a family friend?
I mean, you have everything to lose. You have really nothing much to gain from it. Somebody else can probably do the job just as good, if not better, so why risk it?
Except, at least you know the person, right?
You know the person, but if they do a bad job, you lose you have a bad job and you lose that person as a friend.
Fair enough. Going inside the courtroom.
My job is to decide, have you had it long enough and did you breach the contract by finally not finishing what you agreed to finish? And when there's a full, it's 12 weeks that it took, even if 2 of them are accounted for you being out of town, and let's give you another 2 weeks of rain, that still leaves you 8 weeks to finish a job. In other words, when is it enough? Like, could you have it 10 years? Like, when does he have a right to say you have breached the contract?
It gets worked on the weekends when I'm home after I work a full week of work.
Yeah.
And the only last 2 things was the 2 bottom parts, which you saw.
Why can't you work at night, by the way?
Because that's known that it gets done on the side on the weekends.
Yes, I know on the side. On the side doesn't, stop. On the side doesn't mean you work on it every 7 days for an hour. On the side means he has no right to be pushy and expect it in the normal time. The normal time would be a week or 2 at a body shop, maybe.
Right, at triple.
Right, yeah. At a body shop, it'd be a week or 2. So we're going to multiply that by 6 for you and make it 12 weeks. Okay. At some point, you have to do what you said you'd do. And if you don't, he has a right to say, this guy's never going to do this. I'm never going to get my truck. I'm taking my stuff. You ended up taking it, and according to you, he took it like in the middle of the night off of your yard without saying anything.
Right, it wasn't in the middle of the night. It was in the morning wise, but without a peep. I have a German Shepherd. That dog didn't make a sound. That dog makes a sound when it sees a bird in front of the house.
Wow. The German Shepherd's sleeping on the job then. Did you take that truck anywhere else?
My neighbor's friends, I was talking to my neighbor, and his friend happened to be there who does body work. I know,
so you
sounds
went
crazy.
from one alley mechanic for 3 months to another alley mechanic.
I brought it to them. They honored the same price, and it was done in 11 days.
May I see pictures of it done now?
Yes, you have them. That's them doing the body work in their garage. That's the metal they cut off.
Show me the proof of payment to those folks.
Oh, I just paid them cash.
That's fine, then show me the receipt.
There is none.
There was a lot of work left.
It's
A
easy to say.
lot of work left.
It's easy to say when you take it from somebody else and to bring it to somebody else to find more work to have a problem.
You are in this position through no fault of anyone but yourself. You took 3 months and didn't get the job done. That is plenty of patience on the part of the plaintiff for you to get the job done. He then, not only is he out the use of the truck for all that time, he then has to find somebody else, which apparently happened pretty quickly, and he was lucky. And then those people ended up having to finish the job. And according to him, he had to pay them the $1,600 that he was gonna pay you. And that's why he wants his $1,000 back, because what you did is offset by the amount of time you kept him out of commission, right?
And I did majority of the work.
Oh, you didn't do majority of the work. That's nonsense. You did not do a majority of the work. This is the work that you did, correct? Is that right?
Correct.
That's work you didn't do.
Correct. That's what was left, yeah.
That's work you didn't do.
Same thing in the corner down there, right. And that little back door, that was all caved in, big, huge dent.
Okay. And you repaired that, is what you're saying?
Correct.
Is that accurate?
Because
He did fill it with Bondo. If you look at the other pictures the other guys did, they took all that Bondo off, welded studs, pulled the dent out, and then filled over it. There's no question he did some work on it. I mean, I'm not denying that.
Do you have anything from the new guys?
I do not know.
Nothing, not a darn thing. Nothing to prove what you paid them, nothing to prove, no statement from them saying we had to redo his work, nothing.
It was a handshake, and he's good friends with my neighbor.
I know, but now that you know that you filed a lawsuit, because the only person that's not a surprise to is you, because you filed the lawsuit.
Correct.
You went to court, you decide what day you're going to go to court, you pay the fee, and you file a lawsuit. Did you go and get anything from them in writing, with a statement, something that you could bring me in court today to tell me that all the work he did was worth 0? Because that's essentially what you're asking me to do, to find all of his work to be 0. Do you have anything from them that says?
I do not, but I did tell him to give me $800 of the $1,000 back, keep $200 for himself for what he did do.
How do I know that that's the right figure? See, here's what's going on. Right, exactly. So I have him saying, oh no, all the work I did was worth $1,000. There's just $600 worth of work left. Well, I know that's not true. I know that's not true. And then I have you saying, all the work he did is worth $200. How am I supposed to know? The way I'm going to tell you how I know.
Yes.
I'll tell you how everybody else does it. They come into court and they have the new guy or a statement from the new guy who says it was worthless work or, we had to redo all of it, anything, something. But I'm here now at some kind of loss. I'm going to order him to return some money to you. But how do I figure that it's worth zero? I don't find that you have proven that it's worth zero. That it all had to be redone.
I agree. It's not worth zero.
So I'm going to order him to return half of the money, pay the man $500, verdict for the plaintiff. Good luck, folks.
So the plaintiff convinces the judge he deserves some money back. Mr. Sender, you got to give him back $500.
You win some, you lose some.
Do you agree it took you a little too long?
No, I work outside and knowing that you're getting a good deal.
But don't you think 3 months is kind of a long time to wait? No, apparently not.
We knew it was going to take a while.
Yeah.
The plaintiff knew that it was going to take a while.
Sorry about that. Thank you very much. Okay. Next time you take a job, do it quicker, right? Mr. Tucker, you okay with this?
Yes, I'm fine with it.
I mean, you seem a fair guy. You were willing to give him something.
Yeah, I tried. I tried to be reasonable with it. He just blew me off.
All right, bottom line, you got your chuck done now?
Chuck's
You
done.
happy with it?
Very.
Good. Okay, thank you very
Great.
much.
Thank you.
You must sign some documents. There you go. Harvey.
Okay, Doug. I mean, look, judges are allowed to prorate kind of what the contract provides for in money. So if somebody does 3/4 of the job correctly, the judge can award 3/4 of the amount they were supposed to get.